Right, welcome back to the second part of today's video. And I had a massively good time down at the London gaming market today. I got there around about 11:20, 11:25. Picked up the early bird ticket and ironically ended up being late. So I wasn't really early at all. But once I was in there, there was still enough room to get around and see all the areas and check out all the stalls before the 12 o'clock crew piled on in. So yeah, very happy with that. And that was a good time to get some footage, that sort of stuff. Check out what was going on. But I've learned not to purchase straight away. It's probably best to check out what's going on in and around the stall, because you always miss something. And you tend to see it on the second time around or the third time around. And today was no different. I found some good bits today. Wasn't really looking for any heavy hitters. I was kind of looking to bring home a few games, and also I wanted to bring home some sort of hardware. I was keeping an eye out for a PlayStation 2 TV. Fortunately for my credit card, they didn't have anyone. No, there was no one selling one of those today. I've got a bad feeling I would have been coming home with it. Shout out to the Retro Ghetto. You're the one that's made me go for that now. I've wanted one ever since I saw one. And that wasn't the day that they was released, because when they were released in Richer Sounds, I was kind of like, who the heck wants a PS2 in this time? You know, I think, what was it, 2006, something like that. It was kind of an irrelevant thing. So I was looking for one today. Thankfully for my credit card, as I say, that didn't happen. So with that in mind, I was thinking more along the lines of something like a Saturn, a Dreamcast, or, you know, something like that. My Xbox, OG Xbox as well. The disc tray is broken on that. So I was looking to see if I could get one of those on the cheap. There was a couple of good consoles down there. Very tempted to pick up a Mega Drive at £35, but I don't really have the room for the collection when it comes to collecting those kind of games, the Super Nintendo and the Mega Drive. I'd love to, but I will, unfortunately, gonna have to continue emulating that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's have a look at the games that I picked up today anyway. We've got a few PS2 bits, a couple of Wii U bits, as I did get a Wii U a month or so ago for £40. I was really pleased with that deal. And since then, I've really enjoyed collecting for that console. The games are so cheap. It's not often you see Nintendo stuff as cheap as the Wii U stuff. And I've got a really strong feeling that at some point in the future, that's going to change. The Wii U, it didn't sell well, so there's not a great deal of games and systems made, I'm guessing. So I think that the Wii U is going to become quite an expensive item, and the library is going to be quite an expensive library at some point in the future. I don't know when. Obviously, it could be any time. But yeah, at some point, I think those games are going to rocket in price. At the moment, stuff is dirt cheap. And while it is dirt cheap, I'm going to be snapping up what I can. A couple of Xbox bits as well. But yeah, nothing crazy on the games front. But I did also pick up a piece of hardware. So I'll show you that at the end. And we'll just go through what I've got game-wise, first and foremost. So one of the pickups I got today, I used to have this. And I think I traded it in. I didn't give it a chance. I played through it a little bit. And it needs to be in my collection. It really does. And that's a Metal Gear Solid 4. It is the Platinum Edition. That doesn't bother me. Some people don't like the Platinum stuff. I don't have a preference. No manual with this one, as you can see. I don't know if it came with a manual, but either way, for the price I got it for, I think I got it for like £2-3, something like that. Glad to have it back. So we move on to the PlayStation 2 items. And I was umming and ahhing today about I've wanted this game back in the collection for a while. It's one of the first games I bought for the Xbox 360 when that came out, and I got right to the very end, never finished it, and it was a brilliant game. I can't speak highly enough of it. And it was £12 on the 360, and I managed to get on the PS2 instead for £3. Now, I haven't played it on the PS2, and I don't know if it's going to hold up to the 360 version, but what I will say is a lot of the PS2 stuff that came out on the 360 and that kind of era, there's not a great deal of difference from when I've played these games in the past, because the Xbox 360 was in its infantry. I was going to say infant years, but no, we're going to look at the first year to 18 months. And, the 360 games were just a little bit more polished than the PlayStation 2 stuff. It wasn't the massive jump. Excuse me. There wasn't massive jump in the quality of the graphics and the sound that we initially expected. That did come over time once people got to know how to make stuff on the system better. But yeah, for now, I think this version's probably going to be not a great deal of difference. And anyway, let me stop waffling on, and that game is The Godfather. Now, I think it's brilliant. I had a lot of fun with that game back in the day. It's a tall order doing a game on The Godfather, but Electronic Arts, give them credit, they done well with that one. So you're very happy with that to get it back in the collection at £3. So next game on the PS2, one I've had my eye on for a long time. I've never played it on any system, and I saw it today for £15. Managed to get it for 12, which I thought was a reasonable price considering the condition it was in. And that game is Okami. So it's in great condition. Everything inside. It's got the manual, got the very clean disc as well. And very intrigued to play this game. I've held off from buying a digital version. I've seen it go for like £5 or £6 on the Switch. I always wanted to try it on the PlayStation 2 instead. I've seen the Wii version. It goes very, very cheap for like £4. But I've heard the control system is very Marmite. Most people I read say they don't like it, and some people say it's great. But yeah, I think I'll stick with the original control system. And yeah, Okami for £12 today. Happy with that. Next game, another PlayStation 2 one, and it's a one-on-one fighter, and it was only £10. I think it goes for significantly more out and about. I might be wrong on that. Let me know in the comments. But for £10, really good conditions. King of Fighters. And this one is the King of Fighters, The Saga Continues. So I think this one has got 2 King of Fighters games on it. And yeah, it's King of Fighters. It's a one-on-one fighting game, and a quality one at that. It's a great series, the King of Fighters. In my mind, probably only number 2 to Street Fighter 2. And yeah, looking forward to putting some time into this one. So next PlayStation 2 game. Now this was part of buy 3 for a £5. So the Metal Gear Solid one, I think, was part of that as well. So just making up the numbers. Now, I've been looking for a copy of this for a while. It's out and about everywhere, but every time I go into a CEX, it's a pretty bad copy. The cover is yellowing, it's peeling or something. There's something wrong wherever I go. So I'm a huge boxing fan, and this was one of my favourite boxing games before the whole Fight Night series, and that's Knockout Kings 2001. So with that in mind, you got the Metal Gear Solid, you got the Knockout Kings 2001, and there was a stall at the games market that was doing 3 for £5, £2 each. And I don't know if this game that makes up the 3 games that I've got for a fiver is any good. However, it's got Sega on it. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good, but I love the artwork on it, and it was quite attractive. And considering the rest of the games that was in the pile, I thought I'd give this one a go. So those 3: Knockout Kings, Gear Solid 4, and Sega Soccer Slam. Let me know if you played this one in the comments. I know very, very little about it. It could be an absolute dud. However, like I say, for the 3 for £5 deal, quite happy to have that. And, you know, I like the artwork anyway. I think the artwork's really good. Quality is there. You know, everything is inside. Got the manual, and the disc is in really good condition. So, yeah, can't complain on that front. 3 for a fiver, and happy with that. So onto the Wii U. Not many sellers selling too much Wii U stuff down there, and understandably so. There's not many of us out there that collect it, and the ones that probably do collect it have already bought it and maybe got the full set, that type of thing. So yeah, it's really a small section. Today's London gaming market was very reminiscent of a larger version of a CEX, because, you know, when you go into the CEX, the Wii U section is one of the smallest in the place, and the same could be said for the Wii U section stuff on display today. However, with that in mind, I still managed to pick up 3 games that I need for the collection. 2 that I wasn't that fussed on either way, but I managed to get 2 of them for £5 between the pair, and 1 that I've been actively looking for. Couple of pound extra than I normally pay, but more than happy to get it on the day. So the first game I bought for £8. It's £6 in CEX, but when in Rome, I thought, why not pick it up today? That's Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. It's a bit of a mouthful. I would have just called it Sonic Racing. But yeah, for £8, happy to have that in the collection. Comes with everything. And yeah, I'll be playing this one soon. I've played it on another system. I can't remember what one. It might be the 360. And I enjoyed it on that. And I don't think I have it anymore on that system. So with that in mind as well, collecting for the Wii U and needing this game back in the collection, it had to be done. Now, nothing amazing here with the next 2. Like I said, I got the 2 of them for £5. And a really good stall down there. I can't remember the name of the stall. There was a Geordie guy. He had his own stall. For any crazy reason you might be watching this, thank you, mate. We did a couple of deals down there. I bought the missus a Kirby hat from him. And I can't remember, there was a couple of other bits that I bought from this guy. However, these were the 2 games that we got for £5. So we got Lego Avengers and Lego Marvel Superheroes. I've played both of these on the PlayStation 4. Both good games. You know what you're getting when it comes to a Lego game, don't you? And yeah, very, very solid additions. And to have them on the Wii U, boosting the collection is the way I want to go. So game-wise, only 2 more games left. And I'm trying to get the full set of the Far Cry series. So shout out to Dorkness. I always buy something from them. Great stall. They're always got games that are in really, really good condition, and they, they seal them as well, their own seals. So that's a nice touch as well. So with that in mind, I managed to get for £5 off them today. These 2 games are at £3 each. Thank you for letting me have them for £5. There was a bit of and ahhing at first, but I think he must have looked at my puppy eyes and let me off a pound. So thank you, Dorkway to Dorkness. Definitely a shop at some point I want to make a visit to. It's very far from me, but I've seen various videos on it. Retro Ghetto is a huge customer of that shop, and I've watched a lot of his videos. It looks like one of my dream shops. I need to visit that shop at some point. So we got today Far Cry Instincts on the OG Xbox and Far Cry Instincts Evolution. Both have got the manual, both in very good condition. So yeah, that is what I picked up game-wise today. There was tons more, don't get me wrong. As you can see, what I picked up today, some people might consider it filler. I enjoyed the browsing. There's a hell of a lot of stuff there that I probably should have bought. You have buyer's regret. You come home and you think, why didn't I buy that? I'm never going to see it again, or I'm not going to see a better copy of it, or maybe I won't see a better price. But that's fine. I won't have too much buyer's regret. Quite happy with what I've done today. What I will say is those games there, they go towards the stuff that I am actively collecting for, which is why I'm happy with what I got today. So, jump cut time. Let's show you the hardware I got.
Ridiculously over the top jump cut.
Whew, right, back on the other side. It's a bit of a heavy one, this one. We all know how heavy the original OG Xboxes were, but I've really wanted one of these for a long time. The Crystal OG Xbox. Now this is in a really good condition. Yeah, very happy with this. And I saw this at £55, which was cheap as it was. I mean, I saw other sellers today selling the exact same consoles with leads and one controller, £105, £110. And when I saw this, I thought to myself, oh, it must, not have a control pad or leads or something. So I made a cheeky offer to, I think it's Monkey Gaming. Good store, really good. If anyone bought something from there, I reckon you was very well looked after. I enjoyed browsing through the store. They had some great stuff on there. So amazingly, cash is king when you go to these markets. They sort of look at you and say, cash or card? If you say cash, the deal may you've got a stronger chance of getting the deal that you've asked for. So yeah, I had cash, and when he said yeah to £50, I bit his hand off. I was pleasantly surprised to find out it had all the leads and it comes with one control pad as well. Now I've already got numerous control pads for the OG Xbox. So with that in mind, I'll trade in one of them, whether it's the one that I got today or one of my older ones, whatever one is in the least best quality. I'll trade that back into CEX tomorrow, probably get £8, something like that, which then pretty much means I've got this for just over £40. And yeah, I've been having a look at it, and it's in really good condition. I had a smile on my face on the way home with this one. I was getting some funny looks on the train on the way home, because even though, big up the seller, you give me a couple of carry bags because it is a heavy console, we needed to double up. But however, they were clear carrier bags, so there was a few strange looks on the train. That guy walking around with an OG Xbox, but not just an OG Xbox, but a crystal one. Yeah, not something you see every day, I guess, is it? So yeah, really pleased with that one. We'll be setting this one up tomorrow, and that replaces my other OG Xbox, which to be fair is a modded one, so that can go somewhere else. Yeah, that can go in one of the other rooms in the house, maybe my son's room, because we can play all sorts on that. The tray isn't working, like I said, but it still has its uses. So yeah, still going to be using that one. But this one going to be on display, and it will be used to play my OG stuff. with that in mind, just like to say a shout out to everyone that I spoke to today. A couple of people recognise the channel. Very nice, considering, you know, we are a small channel and growing at a slow rate, but it's an enjoyable time. A couple of people that picked up on it, and that's always nice. People I met today, good to see Mr. Rich King Retro. He's given up YouTube, and years ago, Mr. King Retro was maybe one of the, if not the first, YouTubers that I used to watch going out and about doing the boot sales and stuff like that. He probably wasn't the first, but from my recollection, he was the first one that I remember watching and doing the whole boot sale thing. So nice to see him there. You'll probably see, if you've watched the previous part of the video, a little bit where I spring upon him and put him on the spot and ask him why he's not doing YouTube anymore whilst filming. So shout out to Mr. Ed Hunt, another one that I prowled upon and asked for some wording and some video. Poor Ed, he thought I was taking a picture and was taken aback, so sorry about that, buddy. But big up yourself, mate. It was nice to actually just say hello. Big appreciation to the channel. Always watch your stuff, so it was nice to meet you, nice to say hello. And it was also pretty cool to see my local game shop owners, from the Retro Giant, Steve. As he entered the venue, he literally just got there, bumped into me, sort of locked eyes, and I was like, hang on, I know you. And yeah, cool to see them. Big up the Retro Giant, my local retro game shop. If you haven't already, check them out. They've got 2 stores, one in Romford and one in Brentwood. Both of them are great. You get some good stuff in there. Really, really friendly place to go as well. So always happy to big up the locals. Without our business, those kind of shops wouldn't exist. And as much as I like CEX, we don't want CEX to have the monopoly now, do we? But yeah, anyone else I said hello to, if I've forgotten your name or anything like that, my apologies. But today's market, great time. Bought a few other knickknacks, couple of video game drink coasters, just little bits and bobs like that. Got a couple of bits for the boys, some plushies. Nothing really of great interest, I would imagine, to the video. And yeah, I can't wait to the next one. And yeah, I think I'm going to have a little rest now from purchasing for a little while. My pickups have been pretty hectic since the turn of the year. So I'm going to focus now maybe on, you know, looking at games that I want rather than just expanding the collection. So maybe the next few months I might draft up a list of heavy hitters for the PlayStation and PlayStation 2, them sort of things that I need for the collection, and then start trying to source them, as I'm getting to the stage now where personally I need the killer, not the filler. So yeah, anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the footage that I picked up today, and let me know what you think of the pickups. Let me know what you think of the price I got on the OG Xbox, and until then, I'll see you on the next one. Take care.